Middle-earth, a land of great beauty and greater conflict. From small folk to ancient kingdoms, Middle-earth is the breeding ground for fantastical adventures and larger-than-life characters. This is the story of Middle-earth. The Dark Lord Sauron sought power and dominion over Middle-earth. He forged rings of power that were under his control, and 9 of these he gave to leaders of men. The chief among the 9 was the Witch King, who ruled the dread kingdom of Angmar. No one knows who the Witch King was before he became a servant to Sauron. Some say that he was one of 3 Black Númenórean lords to receive Sauron's rings, while others say he was a king of the Easterlings. There are also those who believe that he was already a sorcerer, and the scourge of the North Kingdom, with armies that rivaled those of the Haradrim. While it was unknown who he was before he obtained his ring, that ring enabled him to gain even more power and wealth. However, his power eventually consumed him until he became the leader of the 9. As the leader of Sauron's armies in the north, it was the Witch King who laid siege to Imladris in the Second Age, an assault that was ended by Gil-galad. After Sauron's defeat in the War of the Last Alliance, the Nazgul vanished from Middle-earth. However, in the Third Age, there were rumors of a dark power growing in the north, and a mysterious sorcerer who ruled over that land. That land was named Angmar, Iron Home, and it stretched from the northernmost crescent of the Misty Mountains, east to Mount Gundabad. The Witch King set his throne in the dark citadel of Carn on the western edge of Angmar, and it became his strongest fortress. The king gathered his armies of orcs, evil men, and other unspeakable creatures bent on one goal, the destruction of Arnor. From there, the Witch King led his attacks on Arnor, which was already divided into 3 separate kingdoms by internal strife. Instead of engaging in open attack, the Witch King used his infiltrators to widen the rifts between the 3 kingdoms of Arnor. Rhudaur was the first to succumb, for its kingdom was the smallest and their hillmen kings were easily manipulated. Once Rhudaur was completely in Angmar's sway, it was invaded and captured by Angmarim forces. Those still loyal to the House of Elendil were hunted down by sorcerers. Angmar then attacked Cardolan, the second kingdom. Resistance forces held the Tower of Amon Sul, but not for long. The tower fell, and King Arvaleg was slain. The survivors fled with 2 Palantiri to Fornost. The Witch King pursued and drove his forces towards the last kingdom, Arthedain, but he was repelled by their young king Arafor. With the aid of Círdan the shipwright and the forces of Lindon, Arafor repelled the Angmarim and drove them from Fornost. The Witch King returned to Carn to brood and rebuild his armies. The Witch King sent his forces to Fornost once again, intent on conquering Arthedain and capturing the Palantiri. King Arvedui sent to Gondor for help, and the Gondorian prince Arnor joined forces with Círdan in an alliance of men, elves, and hobbits in an attempt to save Arnor. They came too late. Arnor had fallen. And the land was cleansed. We now leave the dark lands of Angmar to travel to Amon Sul in the Weather Hills, a strategic site in the history of Middle-earth.